A little bit of fish sauce for the salt. Some rice vinegar. A little bit of dried basil. I didn't have any Thai basil, and I didn't have time to go get any, so a little bit of lemongrass. Okay. The juice of 2 limes. These are Southeast Asian flavors. Some of my favorite, absolute favorite flavors. And these are Thai chili lime cashew nuts. Okay. Got it at the local grocery store. They're coated with chili, they're coated with lime. Okay. Here's where the rubber hits the road. Okay. Sesame tahina. 2, 3, 4 tablespoons. Up to you. Depends on how thick you want it. Okay. Depends on how thick you want it. All right. This is a nice thick Asian pesto. But there's one more ingredient before it's all done, and that is coriander or cilantro. About a half a cup. Nice and fragrant. All right, that's it. Okay. Asian pesto is done. It's nice and creamy. I can't wait. Now we're going to move on to the next step and work with the sweetbreads. I've soaked the sweetbreads overnight in a court bouillon of salt, a little bit of lime juice, a little bit of Creole seasoning, and a little bit of garlic. Okay, it's a makeshift court bouillon, but it works very well to get blood and impurities out of the sweetbread. Now, on a medium heat, I'm bringing up this water to a boil, and then I'm going to bring it to a simmer and allow the sweetbreads to blanch for about 10 minutes. Right now, I've got the sweetbreads blanching in hot water. I soaked them overnight, like I said before. I soaked them overnight in a court bouillon. That's a process called degorging. It gets impurities out. And now I'm blanching them on low. I brought the water up to a boil, and now I've got it down to a simmer, and I'm going to blanch them for about 10 minutes. It's going to get more impurities out, if any at all, that the degorging didn't get out. It's also going to firm them up. It's going to make them a little bit whiter. It's going to make them easier to cut, okay, and to put on the skewers. So I'm going to let these blanch for about 10, and then I'm going to take the membrane and the veins off, and we'll move on to marinating them in some of my Asian pesto. At this point, the sweetbreads are soaking in ice cold water. This is going to slow and stop the cooking process. Then I'm going to take any veins or membranes left around the sweetbread, and I'm going to remove them. Then I'm going to cut them into the size pieces I want, and I'm going to put them in either a bowl or a plastic bag with a little bit of the pesto to marinate for about an hour or so, and then I'm going to get to grilling them. And along the way, I'm going to make some garlic sesame noodles too, so hang on tight. Now a lot of people use scissors, really small pointy scissors, to do this with the sweetbreads, but it's just easier to use the hands, okay? You have some fat, okay, that gets removed, okay? Any veins, any fat that you see, like this, just remove it, okay? Because it's not going to cook. Any hangers on, remove those, okay? There we go. Not much in the way of fat on this one. No veins, okay? Fairly simple, fairly straightforward. Not much here, okay? There we go. There we go. Not much on this one either. There we go. And a large one like this breaks into pieces. You remove the fat. You remove the gristle. Okay. So, and that's really all there is to it, okay? It's just really thin membrane stuff, just like right here. You don't want the membrane and any veins, and there's the bread, okay? This one basically has nothing on it, just some danglers. We get those off, and that's it. And I'm going to continue doing this, and then I'm going to marinate these in some of the Asian pesto. So hang on tight. Okay guys, so I've added my sweetbreads into a Ziploc bag with about 6 or 7 tablespoons of my Asian pesto, okay? And I've mixed it up good, and I'm gonna allow these sweetbreads to marinate in this Asian pesto with all those lovely flavors for about an hour, okay? And then I'm gonna move on to grilling them. But prior to grilling them, I'm gonna make a nice garlic sesame sauce for the garlic sesame noodles. Then I'm gonna put these lovely sweetbreads on top. So hang on and we'll be right back. Right now I'm gonna make the sauce for the garlic noodles, garlic sesame noodles. Okay, right here in this pan, I'm melting about 2 tablespoons of ghee and about 2 or 3 tablespoons of olive oil. And I'm going to quickly saute a little bit of garlic. Okay? Don't want it to turn brown, just want to saute it. Okay? Get the flavor of the garlic into the oil, into the ghee. I'm using the ghee instead of butter because the ghee has all the hard solids, the whey taken out that butter has. Okay? Now, I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of Maggi sauce. Delicious. I'm going to turn this down to a medium high. You can use Maggi sauce, you could use soy sauce, ponzu, you can use anything you want. Now I'm going to lower this to a medium. Oh my God, it smells good. And to this, I'm going to add some oyster sauce. Okay. There we go. This is a very quick sauce. Now usually garlic noodle or garlic sesame noodle uses like a whole stick of butter, and I was not going to go there. So that's why I'm going with ghee and olive oil, and it smells wonderful. All right, there we go. All right. Now, to that Maggi sauce, a little bit of fish sauce. All right. Now the reason I'm making the sauce first is because the sauce can sit and the flavors can marry, okay? Because the yellow noodles that we're going to use to make the garlic noodle, you can use any kind you want. You can use Vietnamese egg, okay? You could use Filipino pancit, which is what I'm using, because the large Filipino pancit that I'm using cooks in about 60 seconds in boiled water and then gets added to this sauce. All right, now to this I'm adding a little hoisin sauce. Hoisin sauce. All right, there we go. Just about a tablespoon. I love oyster sauce and I love hoisin sauce. Okay. And I'm going to stir this in here. And to that, a little bit of sugar. Okay, just a little bit. It brings it all together. Okay. Now I'm going to cook this on low for about, a minute, maybe 2. And our sauce for the noodles basically be done. All I got to do is get the sesame seeds. There's plenty of garlic, but this can sit and marry. So I'm going to cook this for about a minute on low, and then we're going to move on to the next step. Okay, so the sweetbreads have been marinating for about an hour, and I'm just going to put them on this metal skewer. There we go. All right, that's all. There we go. Just find a spot, jam it through. Some people use bamboo. Okay. I'm using sheet metal skewers that are cut into triangles. It grips the food really well. Here we go. I'm just going to do one of these for me. That's all I really need. So there it is. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to grill up these sweetbreads on my Breville Smartgrill. And there they go. Oh yeah. You hear that sizzle? That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Okay. And while that's grilling, I'm going to take some of this nice, thick, rich pesto. Get it on this here side. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now this is going to take about 5 to 7 minutes per side. Okay, so I'm looking at about 5 to 7 minutes on this side, and then I'm going to roll it over 5 to 7 minutes on the next side. When I roll it over, I'm going to make the noodles. All right, you see how brown and crispy that is? Okay, now on this side, I'm going to add more of my Asian pesto. All right. Get in there. Oh yeah. Now this is going to take another 5 to 7 minutes on this side as well. And while that's going on, I'm going to make the garlic sesame noodles. All right. These are yellow Filipino pancit canton noodles. Pancit noodles. Okay? They only require about a minute's worth of cooking in boiling water. So I'm going to wait for this water to come back up to a boil. And I'm going to cook the noodle for about 1 minute. And then I'm going to strain it and take it out and put it with my sauce and put a cover on it because it can wait while I'm cooking the other side of my sweetbread. Okay? But this is very fast. Okay? So this will come to a boil. Cook 1 minute. Okay? Throw it in my noodle sauce. Put a cover on it and finish grilling the sweetbread, and we'll be back. Alright guys, here we are. The garlic sesame noodles are done. Okay? Tossing them up in this here sauce. My sweetbread is nice and golden brown, and I'm heating these noodles up. I finished cooking them in the water according to instructions. I threw them in the pan with the oil and the butter. Okay? The hoisin sauce. Okay. And now, since it is garlic noodle, and so we're going to do garlic sesame, I'm going to add some sesame. There we go. Oh, this smells so good. All right. All right. There we go. Got the sesame in there now. So now what I've got is some wonderful, wonderful garlic sesame noodles in a wonderful sauce. And we're even going to add some Parmigiano. Okay? This is a deluxe Parmigiano I got at the market. It's Parmigiano and a little bit of garlic, basil, and some other herbs and spices. It's not your typical plain old Parmigiano Reggiano. It's got some other stuff in it. Makes it smell wonderful. Makes it taste wonderful. Oh yeah. There we go. There we go. All right. Oh my God. This smells so good. These pancit noodles work just fine. Okay, so I'm going to plate up. Hang on tight. All right, guys. There you have it. Okay. Here you have it. Indoor grilled sweetbreads, marinated overnight in the court bouillon, and then marinated for about an hour in my Asian pesto. Look at this lovely grilling. Look at this lovely caramelization, thanks to my Breville Smartgrill. This really, really came out good. Here's my garlic sesame noodles and a side of white onions. But the star of the show is these sweetbreads right here. These are so lovely and golden brown and caramelized. Oh my, I am looking forward to digging into this. Okay. It seems to me that my Breville Smartgrill has become my newest favorite toy in the kitchen. So I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Okay, guys.